Hello, Bubby. How are you?
Okay. Yeah, Ben has to go.
I think I'm gonna come pick you up around 3:30.
3:30?
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you? How you feeling?
Okay.
Yeah?
Does not
You
sound okay.
bring me the mask.
I'm gonna bring you a mask. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you a really good mask, one of the best masks.
Okay.
Okay? Are you gonna be
Yeah,
waiting?
be there.
Don't wait
Okay,
downstairs
be-
until I call you. Okay? Don't go waiting downstairs for an hour.
Okay, you call me.
Okay, I will. I love you.
Okay.
Sei gesund. She hangs up on me. every
No, I
time.
love you back.
She's
No,
some
thank
shit.
you. Like, no, just.
Know
she
your role.
sounds so tired.
Know your role.
Sounds so 94 years old.
I know.
Doesn't matter, whatever. This type of food poisoning made me shit for 3 days.
Your
Not
whole
kidding.
hockey team watched the OC.
Yeah.
That's-
Just boys being boys, baby.
All I hear is the mic. And you're breathing. You're heavy breathing. And even Shana Tova, baby.
Happy New Year, Jason.
Thank you. It was my first one. Was it 57-31?
I don't know. Why does everyone think I know that?
57-81? I don't know. I was told yesterday. Someone knows it.
I guess it makes sense.
They made that joke too. It was don't forget to write, write it on your checks, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Very funny. I find everybody always thinks that I guess because when people celebrate the New Year, they say Happy New Year and they go 2020.
And you wear the glasses.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
57, 31, or 81 does not fit well on a pair of Ray-Bans or whatever.
That'd be weird glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it going? Sorry
Hey,
about that.
everybody.
That was loud and for even my thing.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Friendship. I don't know why, but in my head, it's called Friendship Files, and I like it. I like it better than Friendship Hour.
No, the original title was supposed to be Friendship Hour, like with the H.
Like our friendship,
yeah,
which is so much worse. I'm so happy we didn't do that.
yeah. Someone stepped in and was like, "That is the dumbest thing." I've ever
Yeah,
heard."
someone who's your girlfriend.
Yeah. She's great. And yeah, so if you guys don't know why we're wishing you a Happy New Year.
It's Jewish New Year, and
Yeah.
we haven't gone insane.
Yeah, so it's a whole. We have a different New Year than everybody else because we're more special, and we're celebrating it now. How was you're dating a Jew now? So how was
Yeah.
how was your first New Year?
It was nice, The only thing that sucked was the dog was sick last week, so we couldn't put her in the kennel this week because she had diarrhea in the kennel last week, and
They don't like that. They're like
they don't like. Yeah, they're like, don't have that happen here.
Okay.
And so we left the dog
Okay.
at home. We had friends come and walk the dog halfway through, but
Yeah.
it's 5 hours of driving total to get to up north where the
It's 5 hours.
because it's a half hour outside of Tremblant, the little
Okay.
stupid ass Swiss town that exists here.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's a 2.5 hour drive. If you do good time, it's 2:15. So it's almost 5 hours of
You guys
driving.
play games on the drive.
We listen to some oldies.
Okay.
I don't know, fucking Destiny's Child.
Those are
the old-
oldies?
Yeah, 90s oldies.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, no. When I was a kid, growing up in the 90s, the 70s were oldies. So right now we're the exact same timeline. You know what I mean? Like the 90s.
That's
are
so
just
that's so crazy to think of that like the oldies that our parents were listening to is now equivalent to like me listening to like Waterfalls.
yeah,
from TLC.
Scrubs. I was gonna say Scrubs.
I went
Nice.
for the less hacky one.
Right.
Waterfalls is
When I was like 5 years old, I have this memory of me asking my dad because he would listen to classic rock, and I was like, do you think that Scrubs by TLC will be a classic?
you said that you said
I
that to
asked
him?
that when I was like 5 or 6. It's one of my first memories.
And did he slap you across the face the way
he
you
was like,
deserved?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out, son. He was
I
very
wonder
smart.
what broke his heart more, that or when you quit hockey.
I don't know why you think the hockey part broke his heart.
Well, because if you don't know your actual father and you think of any father-son relationship,
Right.
did your father ever play hocky?
Yeah, he did.
Well, that's exactly why. I think
But
of
he
it.
also busted like his knee. Like he has
Yeah,
like
so he was,
200 stitches across. Like back in the day, like an ACL repair because he has ACL MCL tear.
Who doesn't?
And back in the day, they literally opened them up from like 10 inches above the knee all the way down to like his calf, and they just open you up like a book, and they just do their business.
It must be like sad when you have a son and you're like, I gave him my weak, fragile body.
No, my broken hips are from my mom's side of the family. I think they're like the least athletic people in the world. I don't think my uncles between the two of them have ever thrown a ball to each other or whatever.
So 4 hours you're listening to
5
Destiny's
hours
Child.
of Destiny's Child, and I don't know what else. I don't remember the drive.
You literally listen to Destiny's Child the entire
yeah, 5 hours. They don't have 5 hours of music between all 3 children of Destiny.
Okay, and then you get there and you have the dog the whole time in the car.
No, the dog's back home, and
Oh.
we had friends come and walk her halfway through the ordeal.
And didn't destroy the house.
No, she's fine. She's on camera. She's on camera right now. My girlfriend just told me she's at the grocery store, so if I get notifications,
You know.
the dog is responsible for them.
I love those. Like, it feels like you're gonna like one day get like someone who's secretly living in your apartment on the
Yeah, I
on
want
those cameras.
So it's like not a.
Can you
what's it called?
can you do me a favor though?
What?
If you catch something like that, like someone like living in your apartment you didn't know,
Yeah.
or someone like coming in to sniff your panties or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, my
Like
beautiful
your
panties.
landlord comes in.
Yeah.
It just we get to post it on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, sure. 100%.
We need the views. We need the viralness.
We have propriety ownership or whatever.
Perfect. Okay.
One thing that's because it's like an off-brand, like it's not a Furbo or whatever they're called. They have like these cameras specifically for that.
Yeah.
And once in a while, like usually I unplug it, but once in a while we'll leave it plugged in, and then out of nowhere we're just watching TV and you just hear it like turn on and off and like just yeah, I don't know, some guy in like Bangladesh has hacked into it and is watching our lives.
So creepy. There's quality ones, and you bought the shit one. Kind of thing?
I had
You have the RC Cola.
I got the RC Cola version because my dad had bought it to keep an eye on my grandfather, but then my grandfather died. So
Oh, I love that. He figured like it's not worth it to put it in the casket. I feel like he's actually dead. Nothing. What's the quality one called? The Furbo?
I think it's called a Furbo, and it's to check on your pets.
It's the nickname of my dick.
Gross. Your dick's got 2 bulging eyes like a Furby.
It's the in my head it was a bow that's furry. You know what I mean?
Right.
A bow.
No,
like
when I think
Donatello's
Furbo, I
bow.
think of a Furby.
Okay.
So you get.
Because you're a fucking loser.
Okay, well, 2 weeks ago I had the attitude. Apparently, you have the fucking attitude
What's
today.
it, like? Did you ever own a Furby?
No.
Okay.
But I
I feel
think
like you did.
No,
Like
I
Tickle Me
never-
Elmo?
no. I think my sister might have had to tickle me Elmo.
Wow, you guys are rich. That's rich people property.
Is it?
I remember when the Tickle Me Elmo came out, it was like sold for like $2,500.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and you can only get it on eBay at a certain point, and people were paying
Really?
crazy amounts
When
of
it
money
came
for
out,
Yeah,
eBay was not a thing, was it?
yeah, maybe not, but you can only get it on auctions. I think is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
It was crazy. It was
I'm
like
so uncomfortable with the position of this mic
yeah. Well, why don't you fix it?
because it's your whatever. It's fine. I'll
It
fix
should
it
go
later.
straight up, like whatever.
It's
you think
across my body like a
straight
fucking.
up.
I feel like an elf with a crossbow here.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know why.
elves are better looking.
What were we saying? Okay, so yeah, I had brisket. That's it.
Oh yeah,
It was good. Mashed potatoes, brisket.
But did they do? I wanted to know if they did any of the.
We had
The
apples.
festivities.
No, not really. They're not that Jewy.
But
They're Jewish light. They're diet Jews.
So tell me what you had. You had.
Brisket, chicken. We had chopped liver with challah bread.
Oh, have you had chopped liver before?
I think so. Yeah.
There's like a saying, we're known in this town like Solly's chopped liver.
What am I? Chopped liver?
What am I? Chopped liver?
Yeah.
What you said you did the apples thing.
Apple and honey.
So we
caramel.
eat, the Jews have we do a lot of things at these dinners that have to like they have to be like metaphors. you know?
We sacrificed my girlfriend's nephew, firstborn son.
Yeah,
he
that's good. Why he's Catholic?
he looks Catholic. He's a little Irish looking dude. He's got a little cleft chin and blonde hair and blue eyes, and he looks super Irish.
Okay, so you sacrificed.
So we
him.
sacrificed him. We threw him in the middle of the lake.
Okay, right.
And with all the other children of the lake.
The children of the lake.
Whoopsie.
Wow.
That's not good. That was a big sound.
These are these cheap ass
Yeah.
pieces of shit that we're using.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you had apples and honey. Did you know? Did they tell you why you're eating apples and honey?
I
or
was
just made you
told,
eat it?
and I immediately forgot it. So,
Wow, that's the
sorry,
kind of
man.
respect you have.
Yeah.
You do it because ass is around, and because
I'm sorry. What?
yeah, that's the reason. Because asses are big in apple bottoms.
Oh, fuck off.
You know what
Just
I
tell me
mean?
the real thing. Tell me. You have all the Jewish knowledge. Tell me.
Oh, I got it.
When we started talking about doing a podcast together like 2 years ago, our idea of the podcast would be that you just go through every Jewish story from the Old Testament and
Yeah.
explain it to me. That was your idea of a fun time. Just sitting me down, giving me Sunday school sermons.
As the good book says. No, I don't think that was my idea. I think it was like different people coming on and sharing different.
No.
It was just me.
It was just you. Giving us all of the Old Testament through the eyes of Oren Shapiro.
Yeah, because I don't know. Apples are round, and like the circle of life, and honey is sweet, and the whole thing is have a sweet New Year. That's like what we say.
Right.
And then you have pomegranates because
We didn't have pomegranates.
you're supposed to, even though it's the stupidest fruit in the goddamn
Yeah, what
world.
a stupid fucking fruit. It's just it's a stain in a it's a stainable fruit.
We got no pulp, only seeds. Still
Yeah.
interested? Yes.
The seeds are good actually. But
That's all there is.
I
It's
know.
just seeds, and it's a stupid thing to eat.
it's a stupid thing, but it's good.
Feels like you're eating a meth head's teeth. It's like they've got that like weird solidness to them, but they fall apart right
yeah,
away.
yeah. Oh, that's so gross, dude.
Yeah, and that's because it's plentiful. You're supposed to have plentiful, lots of money, and like lots of semen or whatever.
Okay.
And then
Make it gross. It's also we're recording this earlier than usual, and it's like these are the first thoughts I'm hearing in the morning. Like it's noon. And these are the first things I'm hearing.
and then we also eat a round challah. Did you eat a round bread?
Wait, challah?
Did you have a round
What
challah?
does that mean?
Is it?
It was
circular.
cut. I don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't see the pre-operation version of
It's
it.
the only time of the year we eat with a round challah. For some reason, they just make them round because they're supposed to be like, again, the shape of the world, circle of life, all that bullshit.
How
you
did
know?
the Jews know what the shape of the world was?
They knew long before
Why did you guys have that
did.
knowledge?
Yeah,
The first satellite in space, they just shot like a little Christian boy way up. There was no Christians, I guess. They
Nope.
shot a little
You guys-
little Phoenician up into the sky, and he's like, "Yeah, it's round.
round, checked it.
Check this round. It's not flat."
We spread the disinformation of it being flat too. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
watch these idiots. Watch this bullshit.
Watch him believe this.
I'm gonna tell this asshole it's flat. And you're gonna see what's gonna happen.
What else? I had gefilte fish for the first time.
Oh, you ate it?
It's not bad.
Oh my god!
It tastes like bread that was sprayed with a fish Febreze. That's what it tastes like. It tastes like
guys
shitty white bread.
Ever want to eat fish Jello before? It's literally
it's not Jello-y.
It is so Jello-y.
No, not this one. I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
it's gelatinous a little. bit.
Not really.
Yeah, it's got
It's like
it's got a.
it's like a meatloaf.
It
a
is
fish
meatloaf,
loaf,
and
yeah.
it should be a little drier and not wet. And did you eat it with horseradish?
Yes.
See,
And
this is how you
I-
know something doesn't taste good because the whole concept of eating
Oh yeah, it just tastes like horseradish.
you
You're
cover
right.
it in horseradish. And I'm sorry, like
the most like the strongest condiment.
that nobody uses except for Jews, almost.
I
or
like
anything.
horseradish
Yeah,
in a sandwich,
on a
man.
steak sometimes,
Yeah.
in a bloody Mary.
Bloody Caesar, Bloody Mary.
I said Bloody Mary. I consciously said it because
Because
all
of
of
our
American
14
fans.
audience in the States.
I wanted to make sure they
The
felt
one
included.
guy in Phoenix, Arizona, or Sparta, Ohio, I think.
Man, Sparta, Ohio. What a
I don't know.
badass place.
I don't know how specific or like how accurate our map is on our analytics, but we have some weird spots.
Yeah, I agree. So that's why we try to generalize these drinks.
Yeah.
And if you are from elsewhere,
A Bloody Caesar, by the way, is a Bloody Mary with clam juice.
with clam juice. What is clam juice, Jason?
Well, it's when they take your mother and they fucking turn her upside down and they just shake her by the ankles and
Squeeze. They wring her out. They
Gross.
put both sides in a
vase?
in a vice, and they just turn both sides and they wring out.
Yeesh.
Clam juice, I don't even know what it is. I've never figured it out. Some people say it's the actual juice from a clam. Some people say it's boiled like a stalk, and then it's
I have no
kinda cooled
idea.
down. But we just drink it anyways. But apparently in the U.S., it's not approved by the FDA.
Really?
Yeah, that's why they don't have it.
I mean, they got like we have different like potato chips because theirs have like a diarrhea-inducing ingredient and ours doesn't.
Fuck, I love that sick diarrhea.
Yeah, it's the
Give
best
me
stuff.
some of that shit.
If you
That was fucking clever
fuck
as
off.
shit.
If you eat that and chicken McNuggets at the same time, you just like explode like a balloon.
I love chicken McNuggets.
Oh, that's the other thing.
I love chicken McNuggets.
That's so I got McDonald's coupons in the mail.
Oh,
And
sick.
when you get when you get coupons, you're like, it doesn't matter, like it doesn't like what the coupon is for. I'm gonna use it.
of
Like it
course.
could be like I show up to McDonald's and they kick me right in the fucking balls, and I'll be like, yeah, I'll have the balls kicked, please.
I'll have the balls kicked. I like that
And-
you're such a Jew like that. A coupon really turns you on. It gives
For
you,
fast food,
makes
man,
your penis
I'll
move.
seek out a Wendy's if I get Wendy's coupons.
you do know that if you have the McDonald's app, you get those coupons straight to the app.
Okay.
So you don't need to like have like a PO box.
No, I want to give them the coupon at the drive. And excuse me, before you punch in the order, I have a coupon for everything. I have
Please.
a coupon.
Take my COVID with this.
Yeah.
with my meal, please.
Anyway, so yesterday I fucking went all out and I had a Big Mac and 6-piece McNugget and
That's not bad.
fries.
That's not bad. That sounds close to an Oren meal.
Yeah. And then today I was gonna surprise you with McDonald's breakfast, but
But-
I went to the one fucking location that doesn't have all day breakfast, so I just had to make chicken. So I've had a lot of McDonald's in the last 2 days.
New breakfast item.
The chicken one?
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's just mayonnaise and chicken though. It's not. There's no egg.
It doesn't seem like a breakfast thing.
It's just the
different
bread
bun?
it comes in. Yeah, it's the English muffin.
I picked up McDonald's on my way home from. I'm saying it quietly because maybe my girlfriend won't hear.
I wish we got sponsored, but the amount of fucking times we talk about this stupid ass restaurant.
It's my life.
It's dumb to even call it a restaurant. Doesn't it feel wrong?
That's how I order. I go, excuse me, hi, I'd like to. Can I get a bacon McDouble with bacon, a large fry, a poutine, and chicken McNuggets?
Oh, gross. I don't like it. I'm sorry, everybody.
Chicken McNuggets. What kind of sauce you do with a nugget?
They forgot to give me my sauce, and I just ate them dry.
Ate them dry. That's
Yeah.
the most painful. And I've actually gotten full refunds on Uber Eats if they don't include the sauce.
Really?
Yeah, so I have a weird feeling. I'm like, do I want them to include the sauce? Do I not? Because maybe I'll just use something
The
from
Jew
home.
in you is just like,
Yeah.
I'll get a free McDonald's, baby.
Free McDonald's is the shit.
Yeah. I would have done spicy mustard.
Oh yeah, you're weird like that. I'm a classic barbecue, sweet and sour. There is no other sauce.
Or
honey.
I thought they had honey.
honey.
Yeah, I used to do honey when I was a kid.
Pure honey.
Yeah.
I think
Especially on Rosh Hashanah, I should have done it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's our steez. So Rosh Hashanah
Yeah.
is around on my new year, so I get to restart, baby.
Yeah.
Your
what are you gonna
shitty
do?
year. Remember how everyone's complaining about the year? It's over for us. You
not
guys,
5781, baby.
dude. We're in the new year, and this is the craziest part: is that next week there's another holiday.
What?
First of all, September's crazy. If you go to a Jewish like high school or elementary
You
school,
start school and you immediately have half the time off.
you have no school in September because there's so many goddamn
fantastic.
holidays. There's 3 holidays right right after each other. There's boom, the New Year, which
Yeah.
is one of the biggest ones. Then the next one is the biggest one. It's the Repent Day. It's
What
the
is it?
New Year.
What's the Jewish name?
It's called Yom Kippur.
Oh, Yom Kippur is coming up already?
Yeah, Yom Kippur is next week or in a week and a half, and it is the biggest holiday of the Jews, right? This is our big one. This is our Christmas.
See, like growing up, you went to Jewish high school, but
Yeah.
I didn't have that many Jews when I grew up. When I grew up in Laval, we had Greeks, so they had all their Greek shit
Oh yeah,
that
so
they never went to school.
I guess it all happens around like the end of the year, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Greeks had Greek Easter, and they just took like 5 days off for some reason.
Yeah, good for them. So we had no time, and then we have the Yom Kippur, and Yom Kippur is the most annoying goddamn holiday because you got to fast for 25 hours.
I've never fasted for anything in my life. I've
Yeah.
never yearned for food like that.
Let me tell you, fasting is one thing. The food is one thing. It's the no water for 25
No
hours.
water?
Yeah, no water.
These
And that's and Ramadan's always like you always like have this fight with like Ramadan. Like, yeah, well, we fucking fast for like 12 years straight. So what's your bullshit? I go, yeah, but Ramadan you get to have a nice dinner and you get to drink water every day. You know,
Right.
You're just fasting all. That's huge, and it's every day for like a month. It's crazy. But Jews are doing one day, 25 hours, no water. You can't brush your teeth. You go to the synagogue. It's the most disgusting place in the world. No one's brushed their teeth all day.
Oh my God, no.
No one's brushed their teeth. Everyone's talking to each other right in their face, and then it's disgusting. It's just
Ugh.
this is all you can hear in the entire synagogue.
Don't do that. It's so sorry.
Just
God damn,
dry
don't
mouth.
fucking do- you just described the dry mouth. Don't do it yourself. Just say dry mouth.
Just
no. Fucking
Hello?
Smack that mic away from you. Just everybody's
Ha-
like, and also it's like the beginning of like flu season too.
Yeah,
so everyone's just like, oh my God.
Happy New Year.
No, don't do that, dude. What are you doing? People are gonna turn it off right there.
Oh, they're gonna love it.
Fuck.
And then so you got to fast for 25 hours, and the whole point is because you're repenting for all your sins. Start the New Year clean.
Right.
There's this one move I love. You're supposed to take some breadcrumbs.
So you get a week of no need to repent. Like you can just like go to Vegas for a
Yeah.
week between.
Yeah, you
and
cheat
just
on your
do all-
wife.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do some crack.
You do some gay stuff. You do
You
all the
just-
things you're not supposed to do according to the Jewish law.
I'm sorry, but do you think I could get if I get crack for myself and my friend? Do you think there's some sort of applicable discount I could get?
Yeah, exactly. If it's a group,
It's a group
purchase.
crack
Yeah.
purchase.
So then they go ahead and put some breadcrumbs in your pocket. This is the best one. You go to a lake and you take you take breadcrumbs. You
Yeah.
put them in your pocket.
Okay.
You go to a lake and you take the
Why a
breadcrumbs
lake?
and then you take the breadcrumbs and you empty them out of your pockets and put all the crumbs in the lake, and that's supposed to be all your sins that you're pouring into the lake, and they're supposed to be washed away.
Okay.
So like all this stuff, and then you're clean as shit, man. You can do whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but you got fucking crumbs in your pockets.
Yeah, that's the gay part.
That's the what part?
So the fun part, the glorious part, you know?
You're being a little bit too much with those.
Why? What does gay mean? In the English language, when you translate it, what does it mean?
Okay.
No,
we're
no,
gonna
I'd
have
like
this
to know.
discussion.
I would like you to answer the
You're gonna
question.
have this discussion.
What
right
does
now?
it mean? What does it
Where
mean?
you're like a 14-year-old who got caught swearing in school. Like, oh, actually, I did the research on this, and if you actually look at the etymology of the word, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, brisket. And we had this other thing that was like this apple spread. Like, I forget, man. Starts with an H, but all your words start with an H.
That I don't know.
Starts with like 4 H's.
I don't know.
Hematze or some shit.
It sounds like maybe the Passover shit you're eating for no reason.
Oh,
at the
mate,
wrong
yeah.
time
I
of
think they
year.
said it was a Passover thing for
Yeah.
some reason.
No
We
one
did it.
eats that shit. It's gross. Passover also. Everything on the table is supposed to be a metaphor, a symbol. So what you're talking about, that stuff, I don't know if it's called charoset, something like that.
That was it.
And then it's literally supposed to be a symbol of the mortar and that we use to build all the shit for the Egyptians.
It was the symbol of the mortar to
What's
symbolize-
mortar? I think I maybe used the wrong word there.
This shit is mortar.
Yeah, brick and mortar, right?
Yeah,
so that's what it is.
it's the stuff you use to build the settlements on top of Palestinian land.
Yeah, that's smart.
We're getting political, baby.
Yeah, so
Why am I
supposed to
sniffing
symbolize
into the mic? I'm sorry.
the mortar because you're doing that impression I was doing before. It was very funny.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's
it.
gross. That shit. It's like applesauce and brown something.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't great, but
Gross.
I like gefilte fish, to be honest.
It's very weird. It's the
Yeah.
one thing I never touch. I think it's the weirdest thing we eat. And again, like I said, you cover it in horseradish means you don't like it. What it actually tastes like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How's your week, dude?
My week was pretty was okay. I don't think I did much. I did a show outdoors in some guy's backyard.
Yeah, on the South Shore of Montreal.
It's weird doing comedy in someone else's backyard because generally speaking, you have this feeling as a comic that like you're walking into my house,
Right,
you know?
but now you're literally in someone's house.
I'm literally in
And
their
you're like,
house.
can I please go to the bathroom?
And they said no.
Oh, yeah.
We weren't allowed to use the bathroom. We weren't allowed to be seen. We had to like hang out on the side of the house.
Fuck.
We had to bring our own chairs if we had. I'm like, I'm not bringing a chair.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Bring your own chair.
And so I had to like hide on the side of this house because I was going last. Lucky me. And it was
Oh
the
my
first
God.
cold day. And so I'm
Yeah,
like
it's
sitting
not-
there outside, just like waiting for this, like for the show, for my part on this show, while there's like 8 people in a backyard.
Oh, that was the audience? Just 8 people in some rich guy's house, like
Yeah.
backyard?
Yeah, I don't know how rich they are. Like
Oh,
they
okay.
pretend to be rich in that area, you know. But we know as home buyers right now,
as home shoppers.
man, it was right. It was like right under the bridge. The lights of the
Oh,
bridge were like
fuck.
because our bridge for some reason in Montreal has like nightclub lights on it. It looks like it's a 24-hour karaoke bar. Our bridge. And so that was lighting up this person's house, and it's close to the airport, so there's planes going over it the whole time.
Oh,
You
that's
feel like
fun. Yeah.
I don't know, it's like Vegas or something. And then I'm sitting there the whole time on the side of this person's house, and you know, like they have a neighbor, of course, and
Yeah.
they have windows on the side of their house.
Yeah.
So this is like 80-year-old woman watching like reruns of The Price is Right at like 9:30 at
Yeah.
night, still with Bob Barker trying to pretend he's still alive.
Oh, my Bobby.
Yeah. And then
How I yearn for you.
she's masturbating to him
Yeah.
and his thin.
There's just dust coming off her pussy.
I don't care. I don't care if your penis is as thin as that microphone. I would still.
Oh my goodness, I don't know. It's touching my cervix.
Yeah, it's so good. Anyways,
Oh, my fallopian tube.
yeah. So and then at one point she just looks at me and like we're just looking at each other. I'm wearing a mask. I look like I guess like
Yeah.
a normal person, but like a
Yeah,
psycho
now,
in my
but you
head.
still look like you're about to rob her or something. She's like, please come in.
But she did not call the police. She decided I'm not going to call the police.
No. I'd invite the company.
Yeah. I also went to work a little while ago because I have to go to the office once in a while now.
Yeah.
And I go into the office and I get there early because I need to get some work done. So I get there. It's not even that early. It's like 7:45, maybe 8.
It's pretty early.
And there's like no one really there. But so I'm like whatever. So I go use my key card to get into like I can get into the building no problem. But into our specific office, I use my key card to get in, and it lets me in. But an alarm just starts going beep,
Really?
beep, beep, and I'm like I don't got a code. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
message my boss real quick, but he's not responding because he's still
He's probably in
sleeping.
traffic or whatever.
I was probably still sleeping. And so I'm like, it's beep, 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 and then it just this fucking crazy alarm goes
Oh,
off.
yeah?
The entire building's shaking. It's so loud.
Wow.
And I'm like, great. This is perfect. This is exactly what I needed.
We get
I'm
fired for trespassing.
Yeah, I'm like a nervous wreck now. I'm like
Yeah.
trying to make sure whatever I do doesn't look suspicious on the camera, even though I'm completely innocent.
Just walking normal.
Yeah.
Your arms completely still on the
Yeah.
side of your body.
I had a whole McDonald's breakfast on me, and
Of
I
course.
literally was so nervous I just like threw it in the garbage. I was like,
What?
I didn't know what to do. I was like, go!
What the hell kind of fucking reaction
I'm
is
such
that?
a weird person sometimes. And so I'm sitting there.
Just threw it in the trash.
And I'm sitting there, and my boss doesn't even respond to me. I don't know if he sees my message.
Right.
And the alarm's still going off. It's like 9 minutes, and then eventually it just stops.
Right.
and that's it.
Oh,
and then I
okay.
go back in and I start like I can't
Take
I
the
wait.
McDonald's out of the trash.
I just wait for my boss to show up, and he shows up eventually. Doesn't even say anything. I don't like. He's like, "Did you put in the code?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, I guess the message didn't go through." And it turns out like nothing happens when the alarm goes off.
Oh, okay, so
no one shows up.
right.
No one's
The
alerted.
police is-
I
doesn't
was
give a
like, "Oh,
shit.
I'm gonna have to talk to the cops now.
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
have to like tell my CEO of the CLO of the FPA. You know, like I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get in trouble." And then in the end, no one knows.
Okay.
So you could just go rob that place.
Where is it exactly?
Nope.
Don't say it here.
None of that.
And apparently, I was told by your girlfriend that you now work from home all the time.
Yeah, I had to decide that. Yeah, I don't want to go into an office. I'm not interested in.
But you went to HR, and then your boss was like, "What the fuck did you go to HR for?"
Yeah, I don't know if we should talk about this on the podcast.
Right. That's funny.
The push at a certain amount.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's good.
so I am gonna be working from home now full time, which is bittersweet because they do free lunch, which is nice.
They do free lunch.
Yeah, I like that. And it's always from somewhere random. Like it's either like Thai Express or like then it'll be like A&W, and then it'll be Arthur's.
Nosh.
Yeah,
Nosh bar.
And I think I didn't see it, but they've done Clark Cafe before.
Oh wow.
And what they do is they get like 25 of every sandwich kind of thing. And then so
Holy
you have
moly.
to like wait up in a line to get to that good sandwich. But that's the problem is, again, I'm going to mute this, but they all line up, no masks, and like everyone's in the room just maskless. And I did that thing where you like put some garbage in the bathroom to see when next week when you come back if that garbage is
What do you
still
mean
there.
that thing? As though that's a regular reaction to have in life.
Yeah, that's something I
Okay,
would do.
that's something
Yeah,
you did. So
yeah.
what'd you do?
So I just take like bits of toilet paper
Right.
and I'll put them in certain areas in the bathroom to see if they're cleaning it, and they're not.
What a Jew.
I mean, what did you? But it's COVID, man.
Yeah,
it's
I get it, I get it.
It's real shit going on right
Yeah.
now. And like, I actually, that's what I was saying. It's free lunch and stuff, and like the traffic's really not that bad right now, and the
Yeah.
hours are relatively flexible, so I can
Sure.
avoid it. I kind of like the idea I can go in twice a week, but I'm not going to do it if everyone's just pissing and shitting all over the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
I don't want to lick the tip of anyone's penis just because I'm going to work.
No
you know
one's
what I mean?
asking you to do that. You're just doing that by yourself, like on your through your own volition, and everyone's really confused about it.
And maybe I do. Just send me a private message, and we'll figure it out.
Not you, guy from Kuwait.
Yeah, that guy. Who knows about him?
#1 fan. I love you.
Yeah. And then like when like that's a crazy thought process that we're never gonna travel. Like it feels like we're never traveling again.
I mean, we could stay in the country.
I guess you've never traveled, so you're like you're not missing out on much. I guess.
What do you mean?
You've never been anywhere. You went to like Hampstead once.
I went to Edinburgh. It's where I got this stupid fucking sweater that they don't know how shoulders look in that country.
You look
Look at-
sick last week. You look like on the video last week. You look like the drummer of some band or
Hell
something.
yeah.
You had like this.
Now I look like I got problems here.
Yeah. What are these? I also
Primark, baby, $4.
I have one also. I have a sweater from H&M that's like literally
epaulettes or whatever.
does this. And
I look like I look like Cyndi Lauper's backup singer.
I like why did those go out of shoulder pads?
Oh, you
right?
want to fuck a broad-shouldered lady?
I want a broad-shouldered lady. I want to fuck a rectangle.
Yeah. Oh man, like I guess there's like, what was it, Doug? I feel like Doug the cartoon had like a bunch of characters with big ass shoulders like that.
You would watch Doug.
Yeah, Doug was great.
That's-
Doug was like Dilbert for children.
Yeah, Doug is so boring to me.
Yeah.
Like he was such an annoying, boring white kid who was just like walking around in his Gap outfit, like literally it was funny outfit because I think they literally sold the exact same outfit at Gap, and it wasn't even like it was. I literally knew kids who dressed like Doug every day,
Yeah.
and he was a loser. Okay,
Yeah.
you would never. Be
I don't remember
friends
a
with Doug.
second of Doug.
Dude, I hate it.
I just don't know why you want to fuck a chick named Peppermint Patty.
Yeah, exactly. He's just Arthur come to life. That's what Doug is, you know?
You mean?
Arthur the Aardvark,
Yeah. Okay.
which is also something a little bit out of my time.
That was great. I loved Arthur.
Yeah, these are nerd shows. You're
Yeah.
a goddamn nerd, Jason.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Arthur wants to kiss a girl.
I think the camera stopped recording.
Oh, yeah.
It did.
Yeah, probably 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. A cigarette rests between her lips. I fucking hate that song, man. It's in my head. Sublime's Wrong Way. What else? Yeah, what came up? Oh, yeah, I was thinking about my girlfriend. God bless her.
Show off. No big deal.
God bless my girlfriend. I would consider her a smart lady.
Would you?
I would, but sometimes says stuff that just leaves you scratching your like. There's a great John Mulaney bit, but John Mulaney's also dating a Jew, or he's married to a Jew now, and he has this story about how his wife thought that during the Last Supper, they were eating Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend had the exact same thought.
That's
and it's
crazy.
like, God bless you, you sweet soul. She also asked me if the Roman Empire was a myth. She asked me
Nope.
if Rome
Nope.
I could kind of get it because like I was telling you before, okay, maybe because like they
No,
have
you
gods.
can't kind of get.
They
what are
have
you
gods that are like the god of war and like Mars and all that shit and Venus and all that bullshit, you know.
But the Roman
But
Empire
the Roman Empire itself, she
Like
asked
the
me if it was
creator
real. Yeah,
of society.
they just took Greek shit and made it better. That's all they did.
Yeah, but they were like, I mean, like
They just stopped fucking each other in the butts. That's all they did. They're like, don't touch the kids, and we'll do what the Greeks did, and that's pretty much the rules.
and I rule, and one man to rule them all.
Yeah, yeah. I took Roman history. Did you ever take like history classes like that?
No, we only had Jewish history.
Yeah, I know, but you didn't go to university, eh?
I did.
You took like
did.
how to draw.
How to draw good circles and squares and colors. That's what I took.
Because I took a bunch of history classes. I because I thought I was gonna minor in history, but I like ended up having one class short of a minor. So I just took these classes for no. I could have taken such like easier classes to get this fucking degree.
Yeah.
But I took all these history classes, and I had this guy in all of these classes that was an ex-con, and he had studied all this shit in prison. All the history classes that he took, he had studied them in prison, but then wanted like the credits for them. So
I
he
like
would
that.
show up to class and be like, "Yeah, miss, but what about like Romanicus, that other emperor? What about him? Didn't he have something to say with this whole situation with Brutus?" And she's like, "How the fuck do you like? Yeah, Robbie, shut the fuck up."
I like that
His
he
name
was
was
like,
I thought he was Italian, but he's apparently part of the Irish mob. And I feel like if I say this, enough people know who I'm talking about because he's like
he's
with
local.
He's local, and
Yeah.
like apparently he did open mics and shit.
Oh, he was a comic for a little bit.
He did comedy open mics, and like people know, like I'd seen him at the old Comedy Works before it burnt down in the audience, and like people were like, "Oh, that fucking guy's here. He used to do comedy."
I love that. He when he was in jail, people are like working out their bodies. Like, I'm working out my brain.
Yeah.
I
Like,
go
some
to the
people
gym every
study-
day for my brain.
Some people study to become lawyers and shit, and he like just studied like, yeah, the Roman Empire was pretty fucking cool, huh?
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna be as powerful as Caesar. I think if I went to jail, I'd be the only person who came out of jail fat.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only person who would waste all
You're
the
gonna
time.
eat that?
Yeah.
Just like the gruel.
Yeah. The only thing I'd come out learning how to make the best moonshine in the world.
Yeah, Pruno.
Is that what they call it? Pruno.
Pruno is the toilet wine.
Toilet wine.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'd be one of those people like find a way to like create like a boiler like so I could like boil pasta. You know what I mean?
Oh, you'd be like the Italian guys.
Yeah.
They
Sneak me
just-
an egg and flour.
Fuck, who was I listening to that they were like in prison? Like that's the only guys having a good time is just the Italian mob guys. They're like,
Makes
I don't
sense.
have to deal with my wife. You know, we make a good pasta every night.
It's a vacation.
Carbonara. Hey, give us that fucking give me that fucking what's it called? Romano. What's
No, Romano's
the cheese? Yeah.
Romano's the cheese you get at the restaurant when they're like Parmesan.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time you go to a restaurant, there and I
No,
used to,
Parmigiano Reggiano is what I'm thinking.
Reggiano's the
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Romano is a lot like Parmesan, a little saltier, and
Yeah.
it tastes almost like similar to the
Yeah.
common folk, to the idiot, to the
But you'd
layman.
fuck up a carbonara in 1 second flat.
That was my moment as a waiter, often to like make someone feel like an idiot when they're like, "Can I get even more Parmesan? I love a Parmesan. Can I get tons of Parmesan?" And then you're like, "Romano, sure, I'll get you more Romano cheese." And they'd be like, "Romano," and I'd be like, "Yeah, that's the type of cheese you're
It's a
eating. that you
mythical
love.
cheese, Roman.
That's what you fucking love, you idiot. All right, say Parmesan one more time. Next time you go to the restaurant, next time you go to the grocery store, rather, you can save $15 on cheese. Okay, buy the cheap shit because that's
You
what
get
you like.
very worked up every time we bring up waitering.
Dude, it's such a stressful job. Like, it's so. I used to get so mad at clients and always try to find a backwards way to make them feel dumb. That was always like
Right.
my thing. Like, how do I make this person feel stupid or shut up? I remember one time, just shut them up, stop their happiness. You know, how do I stop their joy? You
What is
know?
wrong with you?
I don't know. Once I had a client who was like, "Can we get the two biggest steaks on the menu?" They order like the $60 steaks each and a huge bottle of wine, and they eat it like in seconds, and they
Right.
like drink most of the bottle. They go, "You can have the rest of the bottle. We need to go catch a movie." And I'm like, "Okay." And their bill's huge, and they've been there for 25 minutes. And as they're signing the bill, they're like, "In and out. We must be a waiter's dream." And I go, "Waiters don't have dreams. They broke years ago. That's why we're waiters."
Yeah, did you say that, bro?
Yeah, I said that for real, and you should have seen their faces, just like
So sorry, sir.
Okay. But then they also added an extra $50 on the tip.
Oh,
just to be
not
like,
bad.
This
All right.
sad human being.
Jesus Christ.
One time I had a couple so drunk at the restaurant, having the best time of their lives.
Yeah.
I was having fun too.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they tipped me $300. Their bill was $4 something, and they tipped me $300. on top.
Aruga.
And I went up to
your
them.
eyes rolled out, your tongue rolled out like that cartoon wolf. You're like, like zip fucking.
Yeah.
What's that word? Winding it back into your mouth.
Yeah, just banging on the table. And then I go up to them and I'm like, this is ridiculous. You can't leave this much. Like, thank you
Right.
so much, but it's
Right.
too much. And then they go on and on about, no, it's our pleasure. We love you. This is the best night of our lives. They leave. A month and a half later,
A month and a half later.
the credit card comes back as like, no way we put this down
Right.
as a tip. And
Right.
and I was like. And I go to my boss, and I'm like, and my boss was there. I'm like, you remember they did put it down.
Right.
And I even went back and told them not to take it. And my boss is like, well, you have to give it back. And I'm like, the whole thing? And she's like, yeah, the whole thing. And I'm like, you think I've been holding the $300 just in case for a month and a half?
savings
Yeah.
account.
Just because that $300's up my nose
I
and down my
approve.
lungs,
Oh,
you know what I
God.
mean, a year ago. So I had to like literally like take off my paycheck for 3 weeks, $100 to give it back to them.
So they got their money back on a payment plan.
Well, no, the restaurant gave it back, and then
Oh.
the restaurant took it from me.
That should really just be on the restaurant.
Man, another one that was the worst and annoyed me the most was one time.
I'm so glad I never worked in fucking service industry.
There were two. There was like a table, and it was a big bill, like I think almost $1,000 at the bill, and it was being split on 2 credit cards.
Yeah.
And they gave me, and it was really confusing at the table, and they kept on switching up cards, and I ended up accidentally running the same card twice.
Ooh.
And then
Ooh.
and then one guy signed for what, like 2 people signed,
Right.
But it was all run on one card.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, month and a half later, when the bills come in, they
Yeah.
call back and complain. The guy complains about it, and instead of my boss being like, "Well, what is the other person's name? Maybe we can call
Yeah.
them and have them." She just like apologizes because she's so embarrassed and profusely apologizes, and then she just asks me to give back $500 to the restaurant because I lost it and embarrassed them. And I was like,
What?
Yeah. And it's the second time I had to like give back off of paychecks. Like I had to work
You
it back.
quit. You quit at that point.
No, it was all I had. I needed the money, and I made pretty good money.
It was
but
a pretty good restaurant too. So
It was a good restaurant, and usually they were nice, and usually they took care of things. There were once in
Yeah.
a while moments where they just like felt like they had to put their
Right,
thumb down.
right.
But that's what's crazy about being a waiter. Also, is like your check is like you're like, oh well, you get your tips, and you're like, oh, I'll also get a paycheck, at the end of the week. But
For $9.
yeah, it turns out sometimes it's minus. It's like you owe us $15. Like, how is that my check?
Because in Quebec we have that thing where you don't make minimum wage as a waiter. You make less than minimum wage, and then you get pre-tax on the tip.
Yeah,
They assume you're gonna make 15%
of all
tip
your sales.
Of all your sales.
So now I mean, like in the future, all sales are recorded. So like everyone has to put their name. A waiter has to put their name recorded down on every sale that they make. So if there's $1,500 sold for the restaurant, $2,000 sold for the restaurant, and it's all under your name, then on that next check, you're gonna get taxed 7% of all those sales under your name, because they're like 7%. You're gonna get at least. Because the system is so fucked. Because it's like
they assume people are going to be generous for 7% worth. Of
they're
money.
like, well, it's unwritten law for it to be 15%, so we'll take 7%, even though we have to give 2% to the busboy, 2% to the kitchen, 2%
Right.
to the like whore in the back, and everybody gets a
why
little
do
money.
you guys have a tavern whore?
Yeah, they get lonely. People get lonely. They need to be serviced in the back. It's a young gentleman by the name of
Oh, it's a boy.
Gustavo, of course.
It's Gustavo.
A hairless boy.
A hairless man. Let's not.
Yeah,
it's
he's
not
not
a boy. It's
Well,
a man. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's got a boy attitude and a man body.
Whoa. Two
And
for the price of one.
yeah, it's just fucked up. It's like there's no force on tip, but you still get taxed on the tip. One day they'll have to change that. But I don't work in it anymore. It ain't my fucking problem.
Yeah.
It ain't my
I
problem.
mean, Sure. I was, because I never worked service industry, but I did work like back when I was in business school. I had internships and shit in like financial departments, even though I was failing accounting. But
Yeah,
I
you
still
seem like that
they don't
guy.
check. They really don't check.
Yeah.
As long as you're in school, they don't ask for your grades. Like literally failed accounting twice, accounting 101, and I had a job at a multinational in the accounting department. I was building spreadsheets and shit because like. It's really, I don't know. I just didn't want to study it, so it's not that
You're
hard.
doing free work. What do they need to check?
No, you get paid as an intern in Canada.
Depends. I had
whatever.
one
This
paid.
was a paid internship. It was $16 an hour, which was $1 million when you're 20
That's
years
actually
old.
not bad.
Yeah. And so I was working with this guy who used to work at Ernst & Young, which is that big accounting firm.
Yeah.
And Ernst & Young does they do the accounting for browsers. Browsers, whatever. They do their accounting. So they had a corporate...
Brazzers, for those who don't know, is a website you can
pornography.
go to view genitalia being
if your
pleasured.
dick is really itchy and you want to scratch it back and forth
It's not.
by rubbing it. That's what you do, right?
That's a masturbation, right? You only masturbate when you're itchy? Is
Yeah,
that-
you scratch the itch.
Scratch the itch.
So Ernst & Young did Brazzers accounting,
Yeah.
and in return, because they, I guess, had to vet the product, I don't know, they had a corporate Ernst & Young professional Brazzers account, which I got my hands on, the
No way.
username and password. And the best part was that if you went into the saved videos, it was all Asian girls.
That's so that's all
You
they
know
were
that
watching?
everyone who was associated with Ernst & Young was either Jewish or Asian, and they just saved every liked video was an Asian
Wait,
porn
wait,
actress.
hold on. Why did you say Jewish?
Because there's that trope of Jewish guys loving Asian girls.
Yeah, I think the thing is, I don't know if it's Jewish guys as much as it's nerds.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's
like
quiet
Zuckerberg,
nerds.
like
Yeah.
all the, they all go for the.
It's quiet nerds who like.
And I think it's like the family's happy with it because it's like a studious girl who's good with money.
Yeah, she keeps quiet. She keeps to herself, no
Yeah.
opinions. It's beautiful. It's an easy way to live a life when they're super obedient, don't want to shame their family. That's the constant thought process.
So what a marriage, huh?
Yeah,
What a marriage of cultures.
Yeah, Woody Allen found her when she was super young. Make sure that worked out for him. He found an Asian when she was like 7.
My girlfriend didn't know about that, so I had to explain that whole situation to her. So apparently, he said that he never really had a father figure role with her. He was just around.
See, I was an awful father, so I just did what I could, you see. So then when she got older, I saw her tits, and I wasn't even her father.
And that's it. Mia Farrow found out about it when she found
pictures.
nude pictures of fucking Soon Yi or whatever her name is.
Soon ye be mine.
Oh, God. He sounds like Ishmael from Moby Dick. Oh, my name is Ishmael.
She's just young and attractive, and I like young women. But what's crazy about Woody is that like all his movies are about younger women. Like it's literally
I literally have only seen Annie Hall, I think.
a lot of them are really good, man. Like Manhattan Murder Mystery is amazing. There's a
never
lot
seen
of
it.
really good movies.
Annie Hall is pretty good.
But that's the thing.
I only
Like,
like
even
the
if you
first
don't
half, I
believe
think.
the rape, like the allegations against Farrow, that Farrow made. On
Yeah,
him,
I don't. Yeah.
You still have to defend it. Like you still have to talk about the idea that he's married to his stepdaughter.
Yeah.
So it's like there's really no good way.
I don't know about the other allegation. I'm really not that well versed in it, but
Oh, that's the crazy shit that he completely
Yeah.
molested
yeah.
Farrow. But that's the weirdest story because Farrow's crazy. The whole thing's crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't and there's like 3 kids, right? Like there's one of them who's like that never happened, and okay, whatever.
And that's what I feel like half of politics is now. It's like believing the Woody Allen story. It's one side saying one complete thing, the other side saying another complete
Right.
thing. We have no actual knowledge in the middle, so you just have to choose which one you believe. It's like you
Yeah.
have there's no info. It's just like 2 opinions, and you got to be like, I guess I follow this one, And like with Woody Allen, you like his movies, so you're like, I hope he didn't do it, so I'm gonna go there,
Yeah, it's like that for a lot of people, I guess.
I guess
I don't know.
weird times.
Yeah.
But he is the one who maintained not getting canceled somehow this whole way.
Yeah, he's still like actors are still like, oh, I'd love to work with
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
Like he still gets like all the top notch like A-listers. It's not like he
Absolutely.
didn't have to move to Switzerland like Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Polanski. That's a weird one.
that one's
Like how?
that one's for real. Like for sure, everyone knows about it, and him too. Like he's I love how Switzerland's like, yeah, you can rape someone and move here. You're
Yeah,
fine.
We don't care.
Yeah.
Just eat our chocolate. They're
That's
New
all they
Yorkers
care
also.
about.
They're also New Yorkers.
Yeah, eat a fucking
Just
chocolate.
eat a fucking chocolate.
It's fucking sharp. Our Toblerone is the sharpest chocolate you got.
Yeah, so I think it's weird with Roman
Polanski.
The reason I find it weird with him is that how could you be in 2 major news stories? You know what I mean? Like how could you
What's
be?
the other one?
well, being what Sharon Tate's husband. during
Oh,
the
right,
whole
right,
thing,
right,
you know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah.
Like just being part of the whole
Manson murder, yeah.
and then also having a whole other, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, two
Your life
complete-
is completely fucked,
and
dude.
the kid's pure sympathy moving up to that, or empathy from human beings. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like he had all the leeway to get all the but he had to go ahead and be a creep. I like the way
That's more than just a creep. He's a fucking monster, but yeah.
one thing I really appreciate about the racists of the world is that
No, we'll stop right there. I think that's the episode.
is that I find like most other cultures get really grouped together when one person of the culture does bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like a black person does something bad, black people are bad.
Sure.
Or Puerto Rican does something bad, Puerto Ricans are bad. But Jews, like, we often get to like not have, like, when Epstein gets caught, no one's like, the Jews are. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's, like,
there
very-
are some people.
I
who
know,
think
but
that.
the general public has to be very careful about that. I find, like, Woody Allen is not the Jews; he's just Woody
Right.
Allen. Epstein's not the Jews; he's Epstein. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just when it comes to money.
Weinstein is not the Jews; it's just
There's a lot of them, huh? Then maybe
so many. So many,
there's some
so fucking many.
there's some I don't know, some sort of truth behind it.
Yeah, it's just that power-hungry motherfuckers. That's really what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're Jewish or not, as long as you love money.
Yeah. Yes.
This is a light week.
Yeah, I got.
This is a light. We had nothing.
Yeah, I had
No,
nothing. I was
no,
thinking.
we have stuff. We have
I was
stuff. Keep
thinking
listening.
about. I was thinking about like my childhood entertainment, and like compared to what it is now, like how everyone has, all these kids have Netflix and non-stop content that they could just YouTube that they watch for hours. When we were kids, like we had like 7 movies that we watched 1,000,000 times, and that was like my entire life. Was that?
Yeah,
VHS
apparently my from ages 1 to 4, I watched roughly 2,700 hours of The Jungle Book.
Yeah, the cartoon.
The cartoon, the original, just over and over and
Sure.
over again.
That one also always fucked with me because there was that show that was on called Tailspin at the same time.
I don't know what that is.
So Tailspin was this cartoon show on the Disney afternoon, which was like my favorite thing in the world. Like from 3:30 to like 5 o'clock, they would just show all these cartoon shows. Start with like a Darkwing Duck, Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers.
Is that when it's just a bunch of buff guys just dancing, naked with only their crotches?
I remember being
covered?
pretty young. My mother was like, "I'm going to Chippendales." I'm like, "When can I come?
Can I come too?
I want to see the goddamn Chippendales." And it's funny is that 20 years later, now I'd be like, "Why can't I come?"
Time's a
Sick.
flat circle, baby.
I want to see some oily abs. I also remember my mother going to see Chippendale, and then when she came back,
What do you mean? Just like you can like they had like a what's it called?
Chippendales was a show. Traveling show. They would
Okay,
go
that's
to
what I mean. It was like
the Bell Center. And
what
just
the fuck
perform.
is that? The Bell Center? At
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Really?
what, I think yeah.
What's the fucking basketball guys who are good?
The
Harlem Globetrotters.
the Harlem Blacktrotters.
Oh, why do you do that? Yeah, so Chippendale is just like it's like all the guys who were
Were
not
there
good
any
enough
white
for-
people on the Harlem Globetrotters?
No, probably on the Washington Generals, which
Yeah,
is the team
it was
that always
the team.
lost.
It was all
Yeah.
white and
Just all white guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Like from Slovenia, just like
Yeah, exactly. The music for the Globetrotters was like fine, like do 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 do, and then when they come out, it was like dum.
yeah, it's the
dum,
fucking
dum.
communist manifesto being read out over a bunch of violins.
Oh my god! Imagine like not knowing that you were going to see a Harlem Globetrotters game. And you thought you were just seeing a basketball game, and the whole time you're like, "Ref,
That's traveling.
traveling." You lost it, man. How frustrating that would be.
The ref's in the fucking pocket of this team. I swear to God.
I mean, this.
I love that Simpsons joke where Krusty like bets all his money on the Washington Generals.
Oh,
Like,
that's
they were
hilarious.
due.
That's very.
I love
funny.
how the funniest part of this episode is just a reference of the Simpsons.
Yeah, that would be
Fuck.
right.
Yeah, okay, we're still rolling.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, so all we did, and then like late, like in my life, it's like all we had were the original Disneys, and I was in that cool time when like the summer movies were like Aladdin and the Beauty and the Beast, like.
When did you grow? Weren't those made in the 60s? Like, what are you talking about?
No, you idiot. Okay.
I guess Robin Williams was in Aladdin. I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, those movies came out in the
Really
90s.
showed
baby.
my ass.
Those are 90 movies, and
Yeah.
and so like we had watched all those, and then years later, as my sister was growing up, they started.
Also,
making,
was the carpet horny in Aladdin? Am I just making that up?
I love to think about like the carpet was once like this, like
It's just a fucking
Like a-
Moroccan, like
no, like he did something really bad to deserve the punishment of the
being
Rex.
a
Like, he was
carpet.
he was a pedophile or something
Okay.
like really bad, you know. And
I
now,
feel like the carpet was horny.
and now he was always be like, sit on me.
Yeah, your bare feet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
take off.
Take off your shoes.
Yeah, take
get
off-
comfortable.
Get comfortable. You know, you don't need pants. So you're gonna wear
No.
pants on a carpet? That's crazy.
Yeah, put your bare ass cheeks on me.
Put your ass down. Don't shower. No needs to shower.
No, I'll warm you up.
Yeah, keep it marinated for me.
That's the horny carpet.
Yeah, it's the horny carpet. And then I remember just thinking all the sequels started coming out. And I would just like love the idea of like just this team having to like come up with a sequel
For a classic.
for some classic movie, and they just have to come up with some other plot, you know?
Yeah, that it's gonna go direct to VHS,
Yeah, so no one's really gonna care.
and someone's gonna tape over it with homemade porn that your kids are gonna find later.
Very possible. It can very much happen.
Isn't that what happened to you?
Yeah. Is it?
I don't know.
I think maybe I told a story like that.
Yeah, you were like trying to watch something, and then you just ended up watching your friend's parents fuck.
Oh yeah, but that
Yeah.
wasn't an accident. We were looking for porn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's true.
We were looking for porn. You're always looking for porn. I said like every time we went to a friend's house, it was like we just like convinced the main like one of them, the guy who from their house to go into their parents' house.
Mine was different because I had the internet as of like 7 years old. So like my friends we'd have. I remember once after soccer practice, my two buddies came over and we just went like www.pokemonxxx because we didn't know what like we're like we want to see titties, right?
Yeah.
And we also what else exists in the world? Pokemon. So you put those two things together.
Let's see Pokemon tits.
Well, you see Misty maybe.
I want to see tits evolve. I want to see the next level of sex. There's sex and then there's
Just
evolved.
a third tit grows into the chest.
Yeah, something like that. I hated Pokemon as a kid.
I love Pokemon. You're
so
too old
annoyed.
for it.
Yeah, it was just like it didn't
It's
make
for
any sense to me.
babies.
And the game, the games like that, RPGs. When I was a kid,
Pokemon the game ruled.
No,
Don't make fun of
it
it.
didn't.
It ruled. It still rules to this day.
in my head, it was like I remember someone explaining to me, "Yeah, you get these little animals with all these different powers, and you get to fight them." And I was like, "Sick! It's gonna be like a Mortal Kombat game." You get it? It's like make Pikachu do fire thing. And you're like, press. Pikachu does fire thing. And you're like, what? It does it? And you're like, it damaged him. And you're like, I don't get to see any of it. You just tell
It
me.
was on a Game Boy, dude.
Is
What do
this
you
a
think?
goddamn book or is it a game? I don't
It
understand.
fucking ruled.
It was really choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
In a those are stupid too.
It's one of the greatest games of all time.
That's why I
Pokemon.
bought the book. You choose the goddamn adventure.
Right. And always like I would cheat and like keep my finger on the original page and
Yeah.
be like, did I pick the right one? It's like, no, that's not choose your own adventure. It's reading a book a normal way.
Yeah, and you just get it wrong all the time. It's
Yeah.
not even an adventure because you get it wrong half
Yeah.
the time. It's just like not
And
like
you have to go back and read the book. Oh, you made me read a book twice? Is that what you just did?
It's so stupid. I hate those things. But I would like to just like try to come up with some plots for sequels to Disney movies, like if they never came out,
Right.
you know? Like try to make a
Like what?
like Little Mermaid, right?
Yeah.
So Little Mermaid, how does that end? It ends.
I have no idea how
So
it
it
ends.
ends. Ariel, the
Yeah.
main redhead.
Yeah.
She gets her legs. She gets to keep her legs.
Right.
I think that's how it ends, right?
Okay, so the sequel is just her going to the gynecologist being like, the smell just won't go away.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I get some sort of antibiotic?
It's her just trying to figure out what the fuck this thing is. She's
Like,
it
you're
ha-
not supposed to keep shit in it. You're
She's
not
like-
supposed to use it as a coin purse.
She's like, I don't remember falling, but it won't heal. It's been weeks and it's still just this.
Yeah. Okay, so we figured that one out.
Just the wound.
What other? The Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, Beauty and the
And
Beast.
it's the Beast trying to pay off his mortgage on a fucking castle.
He's like-
He's like yelling, like, "You bought shoes again!"
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the IRS show up out of nowhere. Like, so
Like,
you've been
you
living
know
here
what the
how long?
property taxes are here?
You've been living here how long? Yeah,
This
exactly.
roof was gonna cave in, by the way. This is this place is being condemned right now. You have to move out. He's like, I'm a prince.
It's like it ends with like because all of the people who worked in the castle turned into like.
Right. No one realized that like 90 people went missing.
Yeah, exactly. So these 90 people who all turned into like furniture or whatever, they all turn back into humans. But what if they have like a complete complex now where they still need to be the item, you know?
Right.
Like Lumiere like lights himself on fire. He's like, I need to burn. And he's just burning alive.
He becomes a fire breather or whatever.
Clocksworth literally like shaves his skin off and creates a working clock in his stomach. And it's just constantly clicking. And
This
he's
sounds like a sequel to Seven.
it's just a horror movie.
Jesus. All right, so we figured out two of them. What else? The Lion King. I know they did one in like a 2.5 or whatever, but the sequel is just Simba and Nala just fucking for
the
4
whole
hours.
time. Yeah. Can you feel the love the next morning? The next morning. Can you feel it the next morning?
What do you mean?
You wouldn't. See, Jason doesn't understand how good sex works.
Oh,
You might still feel it the next morning.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking about Simba because I have a male gaze of the
Jason's
world.
like, I never put it more than a quarter in. I don't believe in it. I'm a feminist. I don't
no.
I don't believe in.
I don't want to assault. With
Yeah. I don't like
the
to.
entirety of it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want them to feel it even while I'm doing it. Never mind the next morning.
Yeah. Who told you?
Got a quick in and out. I'm like,
just-
I'm like a Navy SEAL.
Just
in
the
there.
1-2.
Yeah, exactly.
You won't even see me come in.
Yeah, okay. The liking would literally be just Simba gets hungry and eats all the characters.
Yeah.
Simba alone.
Timon and Pumbaa are fucked.
Yeah, it's crazy. I read this thing on black bears that like black bears go around and eat like black bears, like the males go around and eat baby ones.
Really?
Because later on, because all the females, if they don't have cubs, are more likely to let them
fuck you again.
Yeah, to let you come up and do your thing if they don't have any cubs. So like. So sad, the animal world where some woman bear has to let a man who killed her children fuck her because she's so horny and desperate that she's like, all right, this guy who literally killed all my kids.
Sounds like Hollywood.
It's so crazy. That should be the Lion. That should be the Jungle Book sequel. Is that happening?
Is Baloo
Yeah.
killing Mowgli?
Yeah. Well, Mowgli, you know what? Mowgli now lives in the city, but he was raised by wolves, so he thinks he can just go around fucking anything and eating anything. He was like raised to mate like a wolf, so he's got to go through that whole learning curve.
I don't know. The two Roman guys were raised by wolves, Romulus and Remus.
I mean, we don't know that.
Yeah, no, they were raised by wolves.
I don't think we know that.
That was like my favorite thing was like how they figured out who would be the founder of Rome is that they went to 2 separate hills and then the first one to see more birds won.
Oh, is
That's
that-
how they settled arguments back in the fucking. They're like, I saw 4 birds. It's like, oh yeah, well I saw 5. It's like, how the fuck? How's that fair?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, you could just lie. Once your brother tells you saw 4 birds, like, yeah, well, I saw actually 1 more than you saw. So
wisdom back then is hilarious. It's the funniest thing in the world. It's like there's this one story of like the King Solomon, who's like the big Jew king, and before David showed up, and he was like, and he has like this like really like famous moment of like these 2 women are fighting over a baby, right?
Yeah, whose baby it was.
Whose baby is it, right? And
Yeah.
they're both fighting over it. And so King and this is how like we talk about this is like the smartest Jew in the goddamn Jew world. And so we're like, King Solomon was like, both your babies, eh?
cut it in half.
Let's cut it in half, and both of you take a half.
How do you think they cut it in half?
He's just sitting there looking at them. Yeah, you just both take a half. We're going to cut the baby in half. You both take a half. And there's one idiot woman who's like,
I call legs.
sure, makes sense to me. Yeah, I call legs. Yeah, exactly. Well, we were going to do it. You think they would have done it that
That's
way?
what I was
think I would
thinking.
have done.
Just like vertical or horizontal.
Yeah, vertical. They both get half, a nipple each.
A nipple,
an eye, and a nostril.
Yeah.
and I love the idea that there's someone being like, makes sense to me. And
Yeah.
some woman who's so brave being like, no, let him live with the crazy woman.
And then the king was like, "This was my plan the
Yeah.
whole time."
I love this whole idea that he was like, that she was just like, no, let the other woman have him. And King Solomon was like, okay. And it wasn't his plan to actually call someone out. And then she goes home with the baby because the rightful mother wanted the baby to live.
Yeah.
And then 4 hours later, she gets a knock on her door, and it's the woman with half of a child. Be like, I figured we cut it anyway.
I thought you were gonna tell me the real story, but
No, that's what I wish
right.
happened. I figured, we should split it.
yeah, I actually felt pretty guilty about the whole process. So here's your due. You know.
Plus, he was kind of annoying. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's good.
I'm trying to think of any other Disney movies that could get a good sequel.
I can't think of any besides Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid.
I mean, there's Pocahontas, but that just ends with the annihilation of all the
that's
native
not
people.
a fun one. It's like, oh, and you still don't have drinkable drinking water.
Yeah, so it just ends with all the characters from Pocahontas.
That one's just real life.
Addicted to Windex and at a casino somewhere. It's not.
Yeah, that one's it's just real sad.
Yeah, and then there's
Documentary.
I guess there's Aladdin. Aladdin.
Yeah, the carpet fucks for 3 hours.
Carpet fucks for 3 hours, and then they settle in territories that probably something like that.
That they shouldn't.
Yeah, they shouldn't be. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Little Mermaid, we did. Beauty and the Beast, we did. Yeah, I think that's all the movies.
Is that all of them? Seven Dwarfs. What about the Seven Dwarfs?
Seven Dwarves all die because they're
Because they're predisposed to horrible.
yeah.
Whatever.
None of them are actually healthy, and they've been working in a coal mine also. So things.
So
are
they
not
got the
great for
black
them.
lung.
They got the black lung and all the
Well,
other.
they might be short enough that like actually all the dust and everything settles above their heads.
Yeah, but I mean, two of them got a TLC show, so that's good for them. They're making some TLC money.
Yeah. We're back. We're back. Man, I gotta fart so bad.
Do it. Just let it go, man.
I think I might shit my pants.
Oh God, do you want to go take a shit? Pause.
No, it's okay. I'll just live with these cramps. Like I said, McDonald's 2 days in a row. God damn, dude.
Yeah.
And also all that horseradish and gefilte fish. I only had one gefilte. I had one
Slice.
gefilte.
One cylinder.
Yeah. One puck.
One puck.
One fish puck.
I'll take one fish puck, please.
Yeah.
Was the horseradish red?
We had both. We had the spicy and we had the beet one.
The beet one is so weird.
It's all right. It's regular. It's just sweeter, I guess.
Just slowly soaks into the fish. Half of it's like a fucking pale pink. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
You really don't like it, huh?
Slices of carrots in it for no reason.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, that's cute. You have a picture of your girlfriend on your phone.
Don't look.
That's so cute. Do you have like a little picture of her, like a headshot of her, like next to your computer too, like that, like you know in movies when like
Yeah, I did. I actually did because like when Valentine's Day she was away, she was in Colombia.
Yeah.
And so she maneuvered a little surprise for Valentine's Day where she contacted my roommate and he gave me a gift on Valentine's Day. I was like, what the fuck? You
I
giving
would
me a
be
gift on
so annoyed if I was him. I'd be like, okay, I'm not. I like you and I like him and I don't want to come off as an asshole here, but I'm not getting in between the Valentine's Day thing.
Yeah. Anyway, so she gave me as a joke like a picture of herself.
Okay.
And she didn't think I would do anything with it, but I straight up brought it to the office, put it next to my on my desk.
He's such a
And
cheeseball.
then I sent her a picture and she hated it, I think.
such a
But I think
cheeseball.
she likes it.
Yeah, of course.
But now
actually
the
likes
office is empty, so it's just a fucking picture of her.
it. The picture of her in
It's
an
just a
empty
picture of her in
office.
an empty, like with one person going in to do their work at work.
It's so funny because in the movies, whenever there's a character who's like longing for his girlfriend, and there's like a picture of her next to his desk, you know, or something like
Yeah.
that, it's always a headshot of the actress, and
Yeah.
it's like, do
Yeah.
you think that normal people get headshots? Like,
More and more now, I think. Actually,
guess.
it's a normal thing for people to get
I don't even
headshots
really
now.
have headshots.
I had headshot. I
Oh
have
yeah, you
headshots.
took them, and I've never seen them.
Because I literally was 2 days away from having like the flu. So you look at the pictures, and it's just like it's red from all of my sinuses are just red,
Oh my
and I
God,
just
that's
look
funny.
like I have cancer.
Yeah, that's funny because I actually did not headshots, but I went to someone's house who's a photographer, and he took some pictures of me, and I had it was like the first time that my seborrheic dermatitis was acting up. And I
You
knew
just
it,
look
and
like
I didn't
shit.
want to take
Yeah.
the pictures, but
Yeah.
he was like being nice about it. But I guess
Right.
he didn't notice it as much because it was.
But when
just
the
new.
pictures
But
come
when the
out,
pictures come out, it's crazy. So he didn't like the other person that was there who he took pictures of also
Right.
had posted those pictures on Facebook, so I knew he already got them.
Right.
But he wasn't messaging me about it because I know that he opened them and was like, oh shit.
no! But
So
he
he
still sent
only-
me mine. I think it's the same person.
Yeah, it is. So he only posted one of them. He only gave me one of them where all the smoke from the joint I'm smoking and the picture is
Right.
completely covering the front of my face.
Yeah.
And I knew that and he never said anything to me. And like a year or two later, I was like, remember that time you took pictures? Like my face
like,
is
"I will
all red.
never
He's like,
forget."
oh my God, I feel so bad, dude. Like I didn't know what to do with them. I actually spent almost 2 hours trying to Photoshop one so like I can at least show it to you. And I was like, dude, it's my face. Like I can.
Yeah,
You know
I'll
what I mean?
deal with it.
Like let me deal with it. You can be
Yeah.
like, these are the pictures of what you look like.
I looked horrible, man. I used them for one thing, I think, because like my face was to the side, so
Yeah.
you couldn't see most of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
you paid
guess-
for them.
Yeah, I paid for them.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You did the
Uh,
work, right?
yeah, exactly. I don't know. Like a lot of people have headshots for like LinkedIn and shit now.
I guess.
Just regular people.
Yeah, but now cameras are so good. Like the phone, like your iPhone takes those like they blur the background,
yeah.
and it looks so. It's so amazing. It looks like you went to take a
Yeah.
whatever. Carly took a picture of me, and like I do think that like your comedy headshot should have some humor in it. You know?
Yeah, I don't like the ones where you look like fucking, I don't know, just some stupid soap opera actor.
That's why it's difficult because you're trying to find some in between where you don't look like a clown.
Yeah, you
or
don't
like-
want to have like a hat with a propeller on it or whatever the fuck. But,
whoop, whoop, whoop,
yeah.
whoop, whoop.
But you don't want that. But you also don't want to just look like you're trying to sell a fucking startup. You know, like where it's like, oh,
Yes.
we reimagined butter.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that's so she took one where I'm making kind of a goofy face, but I don't like when I'm wearing in it and it's also in a restaurant, so it takes away a little bit of
Right.
the vibe.
No, you got to be against a chain link fence with your arms crossed and tape over your caution tape over your mouth so people know you're a dangerous comic.
I don't see a red beep.
Oh, I don't see it either. Yeah, I see it. I just saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah. So and
Just
also
you with a
I can't
megaphone.
take I'm not able to take this seriously enough yet because I know that I don't need them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like if you just take a picture from me on stage and that's it.
Exactly. Like I don't really need a headshot for anything. I'm not applying for acting jobs or anything.
No, we're not doing commercial work.
Which we should be, but we're not.
Well,
Hire us for your commercials. Let's do one right now.
those days are over.
Yo, these chicken nuggets are so cheap.
That's the
and
thing that all
good.
Montreal comics do is
Chicken
that
nuggets.
the Burger King
Yeah.
casting call where they don't have to pay you union dues because it's you're not union.
Let's do our own. Oh man,
$10 for all these nuggets.
I mean, they're so sweet, and I'm so young, so that's fun.
Wow. Actually, it's not even $10. It's $1 for 10 nuggets.
Yeah. I'm like cool, but a loser, but cool too. They made me look like this on purpose, and I like the nuggets.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting hired. $10? No, wait. I keep
No,
saying
they're-
$10.
First of all, they're like $1. It's crazy. It's like $1.99 for 17 nuggets. $1.99 for 17 nuggets? This can't be real chicken. It isn't.
You just reminded me that I think I have a coupon for 20 nuggets for $7 in my coupon book.
God. Bring it on. Dude, there was one time when McDonald's had a promotion for, I think it was like Jurassic Park, and they had this French fry that was so goddamn big. And they had
What?
They had a 30 nugget or something like that, and like these giant French fries. And you would buy this trio, which was like more than 20 nuggets and two like of the biggest French fries in the world.
Yeah?
And you buy it for yourself.
and you eat it alone.
and
you
eat
cry.
it in the dark. To the Crying Game soundtrack.
I have a crazy tickle in my throat. I might have to end this soon.
You want to take a little break?
I've been trying to drink water. It's not going away.
Oh. Well, how much time are we at?
Like an hour or something.
Are we at an hour?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. We did nothing this podcast.
I feel like we talked about nothing.
Yeah, we did Rosh Hashanah shit.
Oren and Jason talk about nothing. Talk about Rosh Hashanah. Talk about Yom Kippur.
Yeah.
So there's this one other holiday.
Which one?
It's called Sukkot. And it's
think I've heard that
and you
one.
have to like build a tent pretty much and eat in a tent for a week.
What is that?
It
No
has
one does that one.
Yeah,
You guys just pick and choose your holidays at this
Dude,
point,
in
eh?
Israel, it's crazy because in Israel, all the restaurants have to have outdoor areas for people to eat in
During
this kind
Sukkot?
of tent during the Sukkot thing. And some of the psychopaths, like these religious psychopaths who have small apartments, will literally build out their window a platform that you can try
No
to go
way.
stand on. And they like have this whole system. Like
It's
you know
not
how
structurally sound at
you know
all.
how people put their air conditioners on those little stands
Right,
outside the
right.
window?
And you're
They've
like,
cre-
that's going to fucking fall and break someone's head.
They're trying to have like a family dinner out there. It's fucked, man. It's so crazy. Yeah.
Hell of an episode, everybody.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Is that it, really?
Well,
Yeah. We got nothing else, eh?
And you're sick.
No, I'm fine now. Actually, went away.
You're such a woman. I love it.
I just have allergies. That's all it is.
What's that? We're still recording.
We're still recording. Get out of here.
You see this kind of. You see this. This is what you get. You
Shoo.
know? Shoe horn.
So sorry. It's our own home. I'm being an asshole.
Fly. Don't bother me.
So sorry.
Shoe fly.
Okay, I think this is
Don't
fucking over.
bother me.
Read the New Yorker now.
So how funny is that? So we got someone else's mail. We got we got it in the mail,
Yeah, Maxim, come get your mail, dude.
and it said my address on it, but not the right street. I didn't realize. So I was like, I told my girlfriend, I was like, oh, I didn't know you get the New Yorker. This is like, what a waste of money. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
believe you do this.
Yeah.
She's like, it's not ours. And I'm like, okay, we're going to keep it just because it looks like we're so smart.
It does look
You put a New Yorker on your goddamn coffee table.
a
You look
$9 New Yorker.
Like, you look like a smart person.
$9 for that piece of shit.
That's crazy. The illustrations in it are great.
Yeah, sure, but not $9 worth.
It's not going to sell for too much longer when New York dies like the rest of the big cities in the world.
They'll be fine.
Everything's going to go down together.
Man, just burped up some chicken. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
Friendship, friendship, friendship.